ordered today. I have so many stories I want to tell you. The first story is this heater, like the predecessor to this heater, because this is the newest one that launched today as a 24-hour TSV from Duraflame, is in my kitchen as we speak. We use it every day, particularly in the morning when Jag is eating cereal and she's freezing and we need heat, but we're not going to go tap up the heat for the whole house heat. Number two, this is the 15th anniversary of Duraflame on QVC. But the brand has been around since the year I was born, 1972. In that era, in that year, gas, a gallon of gas was 36 cents in 1972. The big shows on TV were MASH and Sanford and Son, and a company named Duraflame started making logs, the kind you put in your fireplace. If you didn't really have like chopped fresh wood, you'd run up to Kmart like me and my dad did, and we would get a Duraflame log. Fast forward 42 years later, they are maybe even more famous, or at least as famous, for the way they bring heat into your home, because they don't believe you should spend money on the whole home HVAC system when you're just cold in your kitchen, when you're just cold in your family room, when you're just cold sleeping at night in your bedroom. It's cheaper that way. It's called zoned heating. And this is our today's special value, the newest one, the lantern heater with the decorative candle, which has all sorts of color change opportunities that last year's, the year before's model, the one I own at home right now, didn't have, don't have. This heater in these colors is the newest version of something we've sold 2 million of at QVC. And this is the only order of the year. And you have 2 hours and 25 minutes to get this price on your screen. And it saves you almost $100 because it really should be a $200 heater. I'll start you down here. As we go through colors, some are brand new, some are only at the Q. And all of them, by the way, come with the remote. That's how you are changing the heater, the settings, the amount of heat, the color of the candle, the flicker or the steady. Here we go. This color right here, we call it our emerald. Emerald is brand new and exclusive this year. In front of me, white, not ivory, optic white, brand new and exclusive this year. We move on into our navy, which is so beautiful because it is kind of like that Dooney bag. It's like a smoked out, lighter than typical navy. Incredibly popular today. Again, holiday return policy, so that means heat with it, gift it until the last day of January 2025 and still get your money back. This is our French gray, always popular. I own literally 3 of this lantern heater from a couple years ago, but the newest model, as our guest Emily tells you, has a couple details that are gonna wow you. This is our cinnamon, no, excuse me, this is our bronze, and keep in mind bronze is only at QVC. French gray was only at QVC. Our cinnamon, this is the exact color in my kitchen right now. This is the heater I own, except not this one, because this is the new one. We only have 700 remaining. 600 in the cinnamon. And since I'm just gonna tell you, because back here is the last color, the black, it's not a shiny finish, it's a satin matte flat finish. Come on out, Miss Emily. This is the only Duraflame space heater, today's special value, until September of next year. This is it. And by the way, this is the #1 name in space heaters at QVC.
Yes.
And of course, obviously, you're going to take us on a tour. But Emily,
absolutely,
I live for this thing.
Love it, love it, love it. Look, we had to do something super special. It's our 15-year anniversary with QVC. So we started with our most sophisticated, elegant, beautiful heater, and then we made it better. We added etched sides. We have never done this. This workmanship is unbelievable. This lifts the lighting feature. It illuminates, it dazzles. And then we added this brand new, and this is something that you asked for. It is a color changing LED flameless candle that never needs a battery. It's full metal construction and glass, 28 gorgeous, stately inches tall. But here's what I love so much, because the story is always the heating technology with Duraflame. It is not our standard heater. It is our elite line. It's called infrared. At 25 cents an hour on average, right now you see 579 degrees of heat. This will heat 1,000 square feet, a 50 by 20 square foot area, for about 25 cents an hour. It's going to add 6 degrees, but most importantly as well, it doesn't dry the air. So it's a comfortable, luxurious heat.
So I want to just hop back on what she just said. A quarter an hour to heat a room. That's a way better deal than a parking meter. Parking meters are more. You can't get an hour's worth of parking time for a quarter. So thank you, Duraflame, circa 1972. 1 quarter an hour for 4 hours on a cold winter's night between the 6 p.m. Eastern and 10 p.m. Eastern. It's costing you $1 to heat your family room. And then the infrared story.
Infrared, it's our best technology that we do. Heating 1,000 square feet of your home. It'll raise that 6 degrees for about 25 cents an hour on average to run this gorgeous heater. You've got that brand new color changing candle. That is something that you asked for, and we are so excited to deliver. In addition, you've got brightness settings. You can make it flicker. You can dim it down to really set that mood. The etched glass, wait till you see what the etched glass does. It is literally unbelievable how beautiful. And that fully functional remote control, which, by the way, you were the one who asked for a magnet. Magnetic remote. That was Sean, so we did that. It comes with a battery. But wait till you see how versatile this heater is. Because of the small footprint, you can do so much with it.
Number one, yes, because all the heaters I have, and I own 3 of the lantern and 2 of the stove, and they're peppered throughout our house, and this exact lantern heater, but the one from 2 years ago that I own 3 of, heated my entire 3-car garage for a Christmas party last year. Heated Jagger's baby room that is now her big girl room, but nonetheless, I got the ivory, which is now optic white. So stories on and on and on, but I will tell you, you can use the heater without the candle, without the color. You can use the candle without the heater.
Yeah.
And then, speaking of the heater, as I turn this one on, so can I just say, one of the things I vividly remember growing up, and yes, all of my Duraflame heaters until they came up with the magnetic remote, I would Gorilla Glue a magnet to, because that's the thing, I would always lose the remote. So thank you, Duraflame, for collaborating on that.
Yeah.
So my dad, growing up, I would take a shower, especially as a teenager, right? I would take a shower and then run the space heater because it's freezing, it's Michigan, it's winter. And he would yell all the time because he'd be like,
it was so much
turn the space heater off, because space heaters, Emily,
were so expensive.
oh my gosh, they are energy drains. They're great, but they are so costly to run. You guys at Duraflame changed the game, because this one costs a quarter an hour.
About a quarter an hour. It does not dry the air. Sean, if you'll stand over here, and by the way, over here by this Christmas tree, super important at the holidays to have a heater that doesn't dry the air for real Christmas trees. Now, we want to give you an idea of how big 1,000 square feet is, because how could this small footprint of a heater heat 1,000 square feet? What does that mean? So Sean's going to stay there by a drafty window or door, heating that air so she doesn't get cold. Maybe this is an average bedroom, right? Will it heat your bedroom? It will, for about 25 cents an hour. And if I come out here, maybe this is a huge, open concept kind of area. Now I'm going to go back. I'm going to walk back here. So I'm going to keep going. QVC mapped off for us a huge 1,000 square foot space. And I apologize, I know I'm getting close to the camera, but all the way on my right, all the way on my left, all the way from me to Sean, if you have a quarter, you have a warm space that big.
Look at how big this is. And gosh, I feel so passionate about this topic, right? So it costs a quarter to heat the space you're looking at right now. Instead of manipulating your whole house HVAC, if you're not in your dining room, why are you heating it? If you're not in your guest room, why are you heating it? If you're in your bed at night sleeping, but you have 3 other bedrooms and you're cold, why are you turning up the whole house heat? Duraflame really coined this idea here at QVC of zoned heating. And it is such a incredible energy and money saver. Call us if you love Duraflame, if you've gifted Duraflames. My producer just got in my ear, Emily, and she was like, I have these in my basement because my basement's so chilly, and my husband will not come downstairs unless they're turned on. Like,
Absolutely.
that's how obsessed we are.
That's how different. You get back part of your house back.
Oh yeah, and we all have those rooms on one end of the house or one part of the house where things are dank or damp or cold. I'll just tell you, there's one order of the year for this lantern heater. The updated, upgraded, all bells and whistles, even with the etched glass, full metal, handle on the top so you can move it around your house, so zoned heating is a real thing. Heater, we only have this quantity left, and I'm going to take you through colors and give you updates, because after selling 2 million here at the Q of all Duraflame heaters and all shapes and sizes, I genuinely think this is the most elegant, stately style you've done, because it's the tall, not wide lantern that looks like an old gas lantern instead of like, you know, a country kitchen stove heater, which is fine, but like it's a different look and it's also a much bigger footprint. Today we have sold 29,000 of these, 1,200 here in the show, right here, right now, and fewer than 500 remain in the cinnamon. You have an hour and 2 hours, excuse me, and 15 minutes to grab whatever color at a TSV price that saves you almost $100, because this actually is over $200 with tax and shipping on any other given day. Then we move into our bronze.
And that's so warm and rich and luxe. Great for gift giving.
Holiday return policy for you, yours, your loved ones. We have our French gray.
Little bit gray, little bit beige.
It's perfect.
A lot of perfect.
And it is, again, the predecessor to this from 2 years ago. I own, and until my mom moved into senior living, she had this in her room.
Love it.
She put it right underneath like a long kind of like sofa table that she had against the wall.
Nice.
And she ran it 24/7 because she was cold 24/7. Here is our navy, which is beautiful.
Classic, beautiful navy. Navy is so hot in home decor. I was so excited to get the navy in. And our first time, in 2 million heaters, we've never done white.
I know, and it's so funny because I have the cream,
yeah.
But now you guys did an Arctic white. Again, new and exclusive. Also new and exclusive is the emerald, which is like that hunter green, that gorgeous pine that is trending in fashion and in home decor. Again, all of these are priced until the end of today at the lowest price we have found, 30,000 ordered, a 15th anniversary of a brand on QVC, a brand, oh, by the way, there's black, that we epically trust, because most of us, Emily, grew up with Duraflame. I want to take you guys over here into our bedroom, because we also have Duraflame heaters in our bedroom at our house.
Yes.
And the thing that I think is so perfect about this model and style is that it's grand and large enough to be a standalone on, you know, like the floor, but it is not too grand and huge to put tabletop, which we have done here, so that the heat coming out is at the same level as where you're sleeping. And remember, it's infrared. What does that mean?
Infrared is our most powerful heating technology, 2.5 times, in fact, more powerful than our standard heaters. But what it means is it doesn't dry the air. It's a luxurious heat. It's a heat that wants to fill up a giant area. It wants to expand. But this is why I love the versatility of the lantern heater. At just a 12 by 12 footprint, you can put it up on a table. You can put it in a corner. You can put it on steps. But it's big and it's stately. And let me give you an idea of how much heat we are putting out right now. Let's see, where are we? 781 degrees. But here's what I want you to know. I can put my hand right here only because it's infrared. And let's take a temperature reading from the top of the heater. 81 degrees. That's the safety that you get with Duraflame. How about right on top of the heating element? How about 82 degrees? Incredible.
And the cool thing too that I will say is, because like right now, as we're certainly in the depths of fall. November is next week, but still here in Philly, we get these rogue warm days because, you know, we haven't fully committed to the cold season yet. It's kind of like Mother Nature's toggling still. So as a result, and by the way, I'm 51, so I traditionally am hot all the time, but there are moments in the early morning hours or the early evening